Hello there, this is only one Kenobi, only one. Now I've just come back from an event today, Echo Base Live in the UK here. I was going to do a haul video and show you everything I got there, but to be honest with you, I can't wait to get this open, so I've decided to review this first. As you know, it was Force Friday yesterday, and I did ask everybody what they wanted me to review. I've got them up there now, that's all the Rise of Skywalker figures on the top there. And I'm going to do the Knight of Ren first, but man, I can't wait to do this. So I'll do a whole video and I'll show you everything I got, but this is just awesome. I can't wait to get it open. And I'm going to do a little comparison with the X-Wing Biggs Darklighters. I don't have the packaging for that, but the packaging for that is here. Ta-da! Yes, can you see it there? So the packaging for the old Biggs, and I don't remember the original vintage packaging for an X-Wing, but if you look at the original vintage packaging, you'll see that it's just an X-Wing fighter. It's not like Luke's or anyone specific, but it has, obviously this is all new to me, I didn't realise this, but some of you have known this for a long time. It's got 3 stripes on it. I know now that that is Biggs's, you know, his number, and obviously each pilot has their kind of call sign on there with the paint job, you know, 3 stripes, 5 stripes, whatever. But I didn't realise the one in the 80s had 3 stripes on. So what they did with this one is they did an exact clone or replica or an update of the figure from the 80s. Sorry, the vehicle from the 80s. Whereas the Luke X-Wing, which is here now, this is the first time it's been released with this artwork. So it's kind of depicting the Yavin get-together, you know, and there was more to you than money. You know what I mean. Did you like that impression of Carrie Fisher? Anyway, so basically, the other one you did get, as I say, I never owned an X-Wing as a kid. I had a Millennium Falcon in the 80s, I had an AT-AT, and that was it. I had friends who had the X-Wing and stuff, and I used to love it and think, oh, I really wanted that, but I never got it. But I think there were, from what I can see, there were 2 types of packaging. The one you just saw with the kind of orangey red background, which is Biggs's, and then you had the one with the Dagobah, kind of like Obi-Wan hanging around, and I think there was a left and a right version of that. You let me know in the comments how many variations there are, because some of you are more knowledgeable than I. But this is the latest thing about town right now. Before I open it and review it, stay tuned, I'm going to open it and do a full review. I want to talk to you about a few things that I've noticed with it as well. You see this candy stripe thing here? Now, Tim from Bosk's Bounty, you said you didn't notice that. I can't believe you didn't notice that, Tim. Look at that there. There's a candy stripe there. That's the first thing I noticed when I saw the artwork for this package, this vehicle, when it came out. It's like a candy cane. But if you look at this here, I never knew, my first point is I never knew Luke's X-Wing had like a candy cane thing on it. But when I got home a couple of weeks ago and I noticed it, I looked closely at Biggs's, and you probably won't be able to tell, or can you? I need the light maybe shining off it, but I'll show you later when I'm filming the other way with a better camera. There's a candy cane on that as well, but it's a different colour. It's not like blue, it's like a beigey grey colour, so it's disguised a bit more camouflage. It's not as obvious. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when I open this one here. Oh, and there's one final thing I want to talk to you about with the packaging. It's not life-threatening, but this did my head in. This is a little moan at Hasbro now. Sorry, but check this packaging out there. Have a look at the Chewbacca you've got there. Let me just put this down for a second. This Chewbacca here, which is obviously Return of the Jedi, this Chewbacca is the latest Chewbacca they released for A New Hope. All the hair is brushed back. So that's what the photographer, or Hasbro, decided to whip out for the photo shoot. Check out the Chewbacca they chose for this one. Look at this. I mean, that is not A New Hope Chewbacca. That is a Return of the Jedi one with the centre parting. So, you know, again, it's not life-threatening. It's not the end of the world, but come on, if I worked for that company, I would not have done that. I wouldn't. That's a mistake, isn't it? I mean, whoever was responsible for that, shame on you. Hang your head in shame. See? Look at that. New Hope. Return of the Jedi. It would have been better if they'd flipped them round, really, wouldn't it? But again, it's not life-threatening. Again, I'm going to do a what do you call it now? A haul of what I've just done today. But before I open the X-Wing, I will show you one other item that links with the X-Wing. I couldn't not get that today. I got this from ID Toys, as I did the X-Wing as well. And speaking of X-Wings, I got this one as well. So if you are, for whatever reason, new around here, do subscribe and hit the bell, because I'm going to be reviewing all this, all in good time. So that's really good. I've just watched a little Hasbro trailer on that one. It looks good. It's got like a little ladder that comes out of the Poe Dameron one, because that's a lot more money than this one. This was £98, this I got it for. That one was 115 over there. So anyway, there's a big price difference between the two X-Wings, and overall the price of the ship has gone up. But there you go. Should we shut up now and should we open this damn thing? Join me, won't you? Hello there, welcome back. Now before I open it, I want to give you another close-up look at the packaging. And also I want to clarify something I said just before. I sounded like a right novice. I mean, I'm a massive Star Wars fan and I've watched it for years. I said, this is all news to me about Biggs being number 3. That's cobblers, I didn't mean it like that. I've obviously known for 38 years. Well, less actually. 34, whatever. Over 30 years that Biggs is Red 3. What I mean is it was news to me about the stripes. That's fairly new. I never knew that, but there you go. And I certainly didn't know that the vintage one from the 80s had 3 stripes on it. I always thought that was Luke's, but it's not. It was always Biggs's, but they never called it Biggs's in the 80s. They just gave you an X-Wing. But this is... And they obviously re-released that in the vintage collection, like I said before. But this one is obviously Luke's, and it's in Yavin, and there's the artwork. Brilliant. One thing I don't like about it, I'm sorry to say, I don't like the multi-language thing there. Let me know what you think about that. I'm not really a fan of multi-language anyway. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, the thing about the Poe Dameron one was it's got the logo, and then it's got here in bold text, Poe Dameron X Wing. I think I prefer vintage packaging like that. Well, vehicle packaging like that. And here is the other side, very similar, not much in it. There's the price there. Awesome. So just bear with me, I'll show you a bit more of the packaging because there's some more options on the top there. Check it out, that's nice on the top there. See, got the same shot again. There you are. Usually they give you a little bit of information about what is going on with the action and stuff, you know, the playability, which you get here. There you go. So you got the landing gear there, retractable landing gear, opening cockpit. That's probably why the Poe Dameron one is more money. People were asking me today, why is it more money? And I said, well, I don't really know. Maybe it's because they're pushing the new movie, but no. The Poe Dameron one definitely has more function to it. There's a ladder included as well, so there you are. And it's adaptable apparently for both R2 and for R2 and BB-8. See, I'm on an ironing board here. What a professional operation this is. I think that's the side I've already shown you. Oh, and yeah, there's just boring yada yada there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll cut again and I'm going to open it and I'll show you what you see when you open the box. I won't put it together quite yet. Join me. Boom. Hello there, welcome back. I'm starting to get excited now, to be honest. I mean, I'll be honest, initially when they told me it was going to be Luke's they were releasing, this is going back however long it is, I was a bit like, oh, because I really wanted a Blue Leader X-Wing. But you know, I was always going to buy this, and well, I'm getting the first glimpse of it now, and it's really exciting. Plus, I'm getting that fresh, first-hand, minty Hasbro Kenner smell as well. And there is the inlay card that comes with it. So I'll look at that when I'm constructing it. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like as soon as you slide it out of the box. There it is. It's pretty much like the Biggs one as well. I have 2 Biggs ones. I have one I bought second-hand and one I haven't opened yet that was first-hand that I got for the same price actually. But pretty much looks to me like the same deal. Really nicely. Look at that. I'm going to put them side by side later. And there's the kind of weathering on there as well. That's where R2's going to go. I'll have to whip out an R2 later. Look at that. They've done some nice touch-ups there. Look at that. See? A few brushes there. It's probably a little bit better than the previous one. Lord knows it costs a bit more. Look at that. See? There's more. The stripes are more. They stand out more, don't they? See? Look at that. That's good. Look at that. Weather in there. Duh. Like, this is probably potentially the best one they've done. I can't comment really because I don't have any other previous releases of any Luke X-Wing. I know they've released a Dagobah one with dirt on it, and they've had a few in the Saga collection. So you'll have to check out Babbling Booby's channel for that one. He knows all about that. But yeah, this is awesome. Oh, excuse me. Let me just move it around a bit more. Alrighty. Fantastic. Really good. So that's where your money's going, folks. If you're thinking about getting this, you're getting detail. Look at that. Very nice. I like it. It's dirtier than Biggs's. Awesome. I think I'm going to cut there and set it up. Join me. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Boom. Hello there. I'm just back. I haven't finished yet. I just wanted to show you. I've taken that out of its packaging now. what, you know, how it was all packaged in the box. So these came separately. They were stuck inside the box down there. And sorry about the mess. And sorry about the mess. And Solo. And then the nose. If you wondered where the nose was, it was just packed in like that. You know, just for your own interest, I didn't show you exactly, you know, a little bit underneath the foldings of the cardboard in there. So I wanted you to see. So now let me get it ready and I'll get it all set up. Boom. Alrighty, hello there again. This is it now, so it's all done, set up, and I'm really pleased with this. I'm so happy. Again, honestly speaking, I wasn't really interested in getting it because it wasn't long ago I got the Biggs one, you see. I got one second-hand and first-hand, like I said before. So, you know, I felt like I'd sort of filled that space in my collection. You know, I've got an X-Wing that's vintage now, but this really does... I've not put them side by side yet, but I know this is better. I can see there's so much more detail to the weathering and everything. It's brilliant, and it's foolproof putting it together as well. Because I wasn't sure which way round the guns go on, but they've got plugs on them, so you can't go wrong. Because I'll just show you the back side now, just speaking of the knife. I liked that missile, not missile, but you know, that gun there. I like that dab of yellow there. I wanted that on the top, but no, it's supposed to go on underneath. But that's what I mean, there's weathering all over it. It's fantastic. So I've decided I'm going to call this not just the vintage collection Luke's X-Wing, but this is more specifically the Yavin Return X-Wing, this, because look at it, look at all the battle damage. It's clearly, I mean, obviously Luke was stepping into a dead man's shoes anyway with the role of not Rogue 5, Red 5, because as you saw in Rogue One, the original Red 5 got killed, the chunky fella, chunky, tubby, but basically, you know, he could have just acquired a second ship, you know, just whatever was lying around and fill in the role of Red 5. But, you know, this is obviously the damage that Vader caused, or in the Battle of Yavin. Who knows? But I love it. It's really good. It's very good indeed. And it's all over. It's inside the wings and out, so they've not wasted any, you know, time. They've given it the full treatment. Brilliant. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the stickers on it as well. So inside, I could do with mounting this camera just a minute. If I just mount it, and as you saw, as you saw in the previous section of this video, I showed you a shot of an R2. I've got him out for a reason, and I'm not messing around. Let's get the proper vintage collection, the new vintage collection R2 in there. I've got tons of R2s I could put in there, but as I say, let's do it proper, man. Let's do it right. So inside, the decals are in there already, so you don't have to worry about sticking them. That is a sticker there. Can you see what I'm on about? Can you see it shining off there now? But that's really good. I looked at the detail, thought, wow, that's a good bit of paint in there, but it wasn't painting, it's a sticker. But it's good. So they've applied it for you, saves you faffing around. The other details are as follows. It's just exactly this. It's a complete remake, this, of the one they did for Biggs. There's no question of that. The Poe Dameron one won't be, obviously. But obviously the wings do come out with an L shape there, can you see? You go down and across and it locks. So they are kind of floppy. They seem a bit firmer, that maybe, I don't know. Do I need to move this camera back even more? I think you're getting the idea. It's going to fall in a minute, this camera, so let me just put this down a second. But what you could do if you were displaying it is you could put something in there. Oh, for God's sake, what's going on with this camera? There you go. You could put something in there to manipulate them to stay open a bit firmer like that, you see? If you just have something, I don't know, just put something in there. They do hold open, but what I'm saying is if you have something in there, like, I don't know, a little bit of polystyrene or something, you could really get them as they should be, like that. Bang! I'll lock them for now. What else can I show you? I've only literally just sort of put it together, but the weathering is the thing that's really impressing me. I put the missile in there. There's the landing gear. And the missile's inside there, that sort of rotates like that. Can you see what I'm doing here? It's very dark, I'm sorry if it's too dark. And then, what else? Let's have a look inside the cockpit, and I'll show you a close look at the weathering as well. God, that's stiff. Oh, pardon. As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, for God's sake, come on, open with you. I don't want to be heavy-handed. I'm struggling to get that open. I'm sure it's a stiff plastic. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to break that. I really do. Oh my God, what have I done? I've not broken it, have I? Better not have. No. Live TV, folks. That's okay. It's just really tough to get open. Right, let's have a look inside the cockpit. As with the Biggs, you've got the computer thing there. So that comes out and yes, that thing, the targeting computer. Switch to targeting computer. If I remember rightly, this comes out as well. And it's good that they've got that the leash on it, just like they did with Biggs's, so you don't lose it, which is quite handy. So, what else was I going to tell you? I'm just really impressed with it. Look at it. It's awesome. Can I just get on the touch-ups there? On the side, the weather in there, can you see it? A nice sort of light layer of dirt and grime on it. It's really good. The top as well. Excellent vehicle. If you want a definitive X-Wing, they've done it again, although they would have done it in the Saga collection. They did some really good ships back then, but they've kind of re-released it and given it some more TLC, tender loving care, attention to detail. Really good. What I am now inspired to do, because the other X-Wing I have, which I'm going to cut to in a minute, and I'm going to put them side by side, that was second hand, the one you saw before, my loose one. I'm now inspired to sell it on again, because I was never happy with it, because I know it was in somebody else's hands. This has just come out of fresh packaging and it feels new, and you can't beat that feeling. The other one, I know somebody's meddled with it, you know, and they've had it in their own possession, so that's not good. That sucks. So I might get rid of that one now and open up my mint Biggs, which is in my roof now. I did sort of say something earlier. I said, oh, I don't have the packaging for that anymore, which I told you a lie though. I do have it. My Biggs one, by the way. The one with the orange carbide, this one, bang, that's up in my loft. But yeah, my mint one I'm going to open, like I've just said. So what I'll do now is I'll put R2 in, and that makes a lot more sense now. Somebody said this at the event today, why they made this R2 dirty, because it matches how he would have looked during and after the Battle of Yavin. Look at him. Now it makes sense. I couldn't get my head around it. I was like, he didn't get that dirty on Tatooine. It's to fit in with this X-Wing, isn't it, man? I mean, somebody's probably already made that observation, but the penny's only just dropped with me. But if I look at the top now as well, look at this. This is my favourite part now. Look at that weather in there. These burn marks are brilliant. Again, some people might be watching this going, oh, they've done that before. They did it with the Saga like that. But as far as I know, they were good vehicles, but I don't know how well they did the weathering. If I just show you the top there, the detail, that's that classic vintage collection detail that you saw with the skiff recently. It's been really good so far. It's been a good year for the vintage collection. They're going out with a bang. Brilliant. So there's R2 in there. I'm looking forward to getting the Luke. I haven't got a Luke to show you now. I don't think you really need to for the purposes of this video, because it's really more for showing you the ship. But in good time I'll get a proper Luke in there. I was going to whip out my vintage collection Dagobah Landing Luke, but I'd sooner get in the new one. The new one that's released, which is the X-Wing Luke. New Hope style-y. So what I'll do to close things out, ladies and gentlemen, is do you a side by side and put Biggs's next to it. Thank you so much. If you've made it this far and you've enjoyed it, please give it a like. The video was a bit of a warp on there, but that can be rectified. Look at the weathering even on there, see? The dirt that's put on there. Brilliant. Look at the kind of like oily, hang on a minute, what am I doing? Oily finish there, see it? Great. Very good. Look, it's even on there as well. Okay, cool. Right, let's do a side by side and then we'll say goodbye. Boom. And here's the final part of today's video, and there they are side by side. I'll get in closer, by the way, so you can see them. Let me close the cockpit there. God, that's going to be a problem, that. I don't like that, the way that sticks so badly. Get in there. God, can I see if I can just open it again? I feel like I'm going to break this, you know. God, that's not good, is it? Oh my God, I don't want to break it live on air. How awful would that be? I wonder what I can do about that. Yeah, that's a pain. I'll have to do something about that. I'm just having a bit of a live issue with the thing at the minute, but apart from, I'm loving it, obviously. I think I could probably file that down. I might have to do a bit of handcraft on that and file it, because it's really firm in there. Right, I'll leave it open for now. Anyway, here they are side by side. There's the Biggs one there, and there's decidedly less weathering on this one than there is on this one, which is, there you go. It's still a great piece, this one. There's that droid from Solo that I put in there recently, and I have a Biggs in there. And here's the nose, and then you've got Luke's. Look, there's a bit of a warp there. I don't like that. I'll sort it. And then Luke's is here. So they're great side by side. My plan was just to get both of them together on a display, have them like that, have a load of Rebel pilots amongst them, you know. It'll be brilliant. I've just put the landing gear down for the purposes of just having them side by side. And if you want to see the candy stripe, which I never knew existed on Biggs's, because the first thing I did was I went running to this when I saw that on the press release. I went running to see if it was on this one, and it is. Yeah, I can't see it. There you go. Can you see it there? There you go. Barely noticeable. I didn't even notice it. So there you go. There's not really much more I can say there. If you do have any other questions and you want me to let you know something about it, or if I've forgotten to show you something, then let me know, and I'll see if I can include it in a later video. But for now, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, take it a step further, hit the notification bell. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.